welcome to Uncommonly Good MTG. I am your host, the totally awesome, in-your-face, wonderkind, Dr. Yukon Suckit. Yes, they were forced to give me that title, Wonderkin, after I was able to fend off 7 ninjas in a bare-knuckle boxing contest back when I was in Magic the Gathering school. So anyways, I am broadcasting today from my secret underground headquarters, and I am bringing to you a deck that is referred to as Golgari Control 622, because it's the 600 and no, it's because it's June 2022 right now, and this is the state of Golgari Control. And so let's take a look at what's in this deck, then we'll take it out and see how well it does. At the low end, we've got Bloodchief's Thirst, one of the best creature kills right now because you got that 1 mana, destroy any target creature or planeswalker with a mana value of 2 or less. Suck it 2 or less creatures, which is a lot of things. And then if you kick it, so that means you have to add an additional 3, making it 4 cost. You can destroy any target creature or planeswalker regardless of its mana. So that means later on you get this card, you still have a use for it. As long as you got 4 mana, you can kill it. We got Dead Fugue, I believe that's how it's pronounced, Fugue. So it's interesting because like that cleave cost, I always thought it was a lot like Kicker, but cleave is better than Kicker because it's just an alternative cost, right? So therefore, we pay 1 to be able to target player reveals their hand. You choose a non-land card with it with a mana value of 2 or less. That sounds familiar, like Bloodchief's Thirst. That player discards the card, or you pay 3, not 4, in which case you get to pick of any mana value, and the part, they discard that card. So this is a card that gets better the longer you go along not playing it. We got Ray of Enfeeblement. What is that? Is that some sort of elf lady up there being all black Voldemort lightning about stuff? I don't know. But anyways, for 1, target creature gets -4, -1 till the end of the turn. And if it's a white creature, they can die in a black fire apparently. It gets -4, -4 until the end of the turn, which kills just about every angel out there. Suck it, angels. I'm sorry, angels. You know I secretly love you, baby. All right, so we got Dig Up, which costs you 1. I never noticed that about this deck. It really is focused a lot. I guess we got cleaves and kickers going on here, where you can pay things early and get a limited effect, and then later on you can pay more to use them for much better. So Dig Up allows you to search your library for a basic land, reveal it, put it in your hand, and then shuffle. If you play the cleave cost, which is 4, you can search your library for any card. You don't have to reveal it. You put it in your hand and then shuffle. So this guy is really, really good. We got Infernal Grasp, the next snapper. You lose 2 life, but man, for that artwork, it is worth it. Look at that. I'm snapping some necks there. Suck on my finger. All right, we've got Power Word Kill. Now, people love Power Kill. That's interesting. There's only 1 of them in there. Why would you only put 1 card into a deck? It's not like we're playing Commander or something, right? Anyways, yeah, if you don't have any lips, of course you want to have some sort of weird needles sticking out like that. But destroy target non-angel, non-demon, non-devil, non-dragon. Biggest problem with this card is like 90% of the cards out there are angels, demons, devils, or dragons. So, it's awesome otherwise. I wish it could also take out planeswalkers, but it cannot. So I'm glad there's only 1 in there. It is what it is. Right now, I mean, we don't have any ability to take out planeswalkers other than Bloodchief's Thirst. There's a lot more coming up, though. We got, what's this guy's name here? Shigeki, the Jukai Visionary. He's a snake dude. He's got 4 arms. Hold on a second. Gotta sneeze. Okay. He's got 4 arms. He's got these, totally swole forearms there. So he's 1/3 for 2, which means he's got a big old snaky butt, which is good for defending. When you're ready, you can always pop them back into your hand. You just tap them, pay 2, at which point you reveal the top 4 cards of your library, and then you can put a land card from amongst those onto the battlefield tapped. So then you have him back in your hand, and you got to land usually, right? And even better about this guy, so his third ability is his channel, where you pay 2 and then you double up however much you want to do. And then you return X target non-legendary cards from your graveyard to your hand. I wish it wasn't just non-legendary. There's a lot of legendaries would be great to bring back. But yeah, so if you want to bring back 1 card, you pay 4. If you want to bring back 2 cards, you pay 6. And on and on and on and on. That is such an incredible ability. So that guy is awesome. You think very well about not wasting him as an actual creature, but just use him as his channel ability. I mean, it is so good. We got the Meathook Massacre, which is a limited board wipe. The biggest problem with the Meathook Massacre as a board wipe is that people are usually like increasing their creature's strengths by 1 every turn, and if you're only gaining like 1, mana per turn, you're just chasing that rabbit, and you're never able to get enough to actually slaughter what you're going for. So, if it works out, it works out. If not, the other 2 abilities on the card are really good otherwise. Whenever a creature you control dies, each opponent loses life. Whenever a creature an opponent control dies, you gain a life. Those are worth the 2 mana big time. So yeah, don't worry about holding out on this card. Those 2 abilities will help you a lot just on their own. We got Go Blank. Look at that art. That Wiley Beckert is fantastic. Yeah. Anyway, so you pay 3. Target player discards 2 cards, and then you exile that player's graveyard. So if they got flashback going on, or they're reanimating or whatever, this will nip them in the bud. Their entire strategy is gone at that point. So like that, what have we got? We're playing 4C Reanimator right now, where the people are bringing Titan Industry and stuff back on turn 4. Go Blank will wipe all that out on the 3rd turn. Of course, there's only 1 in this deck, but yeah, if you get a chance to play it, you'll enjoy the results right now. Hero's Downfall. Destroy target creature or planeswalker. Suck it, planeswalker. Cost you 3. Man, I don't know. I think that I would get rid of the Power Word Kill. Just have 2 Heroes Downfall. That extra mana is totally worth it. Totally. We got Topiary Stomper. What I think is crazy about Topiary Stomper is I don't think he's that great. I really don't. I mean, you're paying 3 and you're getting a land. That's what you're getting. Because you know what this guy is when there's not 7 mana in play? Nothing. He's just some guy sitting out there not doing anything. He can't block. He can't attack. He just sits there being a big old dummy. So essentially, you just put this guy out, you get a land for 3 mana. I mean, I guess that's okay, Rampy. It just eventually, if you get up to 7 mana, suddenly he can do something. And even then, it's just a 4/4 vigilance. It's okay. I don't know why people love him so much, but yeah, maybe I just haven't played with enough to really feel his value. But I really hate his restriction. Can't block or attack unless you have 7 or more lands. Even in this deck that does a good job of bringing your land card up, it's not that fast. You're still stuck for quite a while till you can play these guys. You have 4 of them. We got Binding of the Old Gods. Oh, I will miss you so much when you're gone, Binding of the Old Gods. You are, to me, the definition of Golgari right there. Destroy target non-land permanent and opponent controls. First turn. Comes out, suck it. Number 2, you get a land. Let's ramp up on some forest there. Number 3, all your creatures get Death Touch. The funny part is, if you ever watch this card, nobody ever has creatures on the 3rd turn. Somebody always kills them all, so nothing gets Death Touch. It's like, 90% of the time, you never have any creatures by the 3rd turn. I don't know what the deal is there. Okay, we got Invoke Despair, the Wonder card right now. Right now, Invoke Despair is in every black deck, anything running black, because Invoke Despair is awesome. The problem with Invoke Despair is that you have to have 4 black mana to be able to use it, right? So you got to play a black heavy deck. In this case, we're playing Golgari, and we got enough black going on that we should be able to pull this thing off. But what's great is because if they can't sacrifice one of these 3 things, a creature, enchantment, or planeswalker, they'll take 2 points of damage and you draw a card. So therefore, if they have none of those things, they'll take 6 points of damage. You'll draw 3 cards. That is fantastic. If they only have one of those things, they'll take 4 damage and you draw 2, and that thing dies, whatever it is. So, and then the best part is you can go fetch it right out of your library using Shigeki, or if you feel like it, you can go get it out of your library with Dig It Up. So graveyard, library, graveyard, library. Basically, that's the thing, is you want to bounce these things, you know, use these as much as you can to go get Invoke Despairs and play them over and over and over. Because Invoke Despair all by itself is a card that will just win you the game. And lastly, we've got Titan of Industry. Titan of Industry is great, okay? But it's a creature, and it does have a defense, which is the shield maneuver, right? But so therefore it lasts a little bit longer than most giant green creatures do because of the shield generally. But you know, it doesn't live all that long regardless. In this current meta, creatures don't live long. People always have bunches of control and they just go to town on stuff. So, you know, he's here. If you happen to be going against somebody that isn't playing heavy control, then yeah, he'll probably do great. And the thing about him is for 7, you do get your value because you get to pick 2 of any of the following. Destroy target artifact or enchantment. Target player gains 5 life. Create a 4/4 green Rhino token. And put a shield counter on a creature you control, which includes potentially Titan of Industry. So it's worth the 7 mana just to get those 2 abilities. And then after you're done, you pretty much got to reach trample 7/7 for free. If one of those abilities was like give Titan of Industry haste until the end of the turn, I'd be willing to do that. That'd be fantastic. Because, you know, it'd be even better than if they couldn't just give it to us. If they said, pay 1 red, give him haste until the end of the turn. That'd be awesome. Because we have right here, we got a Tri-land. I don't know why I would Tri-land in here. There's no reason for it. I guess just to do cycling maybe. But there's a little bit of red. So there you go. Just Titans of Industry, Wizards of the Coast. Give him the ability to work with Gruul a little bit better. That'd be fantastic. All right, so we have Hive of the Eye Tyrant. We got 2 of those. That's it for Manlands. We've got the Kamigawa lands that mills 3 cards, and you return a creature or planeswalker from your graveyard to your hand. And we got Boziju, who basically disenchants stuff, artifacts, enchantments, or non-basic lands. And then we've got a cycling land, a few semi-fast and fast dual lands, and some regular fast lands in there. And that's Golgari Control June of 2022. Let's go see how well this deck does. Subscribe. And we're playing against Eat Crow. Eat Crow. Is anything like eat more chicken? No. Yeah, eat more chicken from Chick-fil-A. All right, we got 2 mana. Let's keep it. Let's see what we can do. Got out our Hive. Your weird-looking dog's got a hat on. Mark, mark. What does the fox say? Oh, okay, good. Okay, even better. I'm saying if I have to waste a whole Medoc Massacre on the Luminarch Aspirant, no. I shall just introduce her to the word. The word is kill. Kill. Well, we got a handful of control and nothing to control. Better. I can't do anything with that. Well, this sucks. Where's my mana at? Done. Come on, 1 more mana. Oof, I almost want to kill that first. Okay, I just need 1 more mana, and then maybe 1 more mana after that. There we go, that's a little bit better. Of course, it still is too slow, I can't do anything with it. Taking a beating. Don't make me poke the dragon. Don't make me poke the dragon. I poked the dragon. Okay, let's just be mean. 1, 2. Yeah, all that great control, not enough mana to do it with. I mean, I could pick off that aspirant at any point. What are you going to do that for? There's nothing to... Yeah. That's one less damage you did to me. Alright, here's something interesting. What are we going to do at this point then? I can do 3 points. So that's not going to help me out too much. I can kill Luminarch Aspirant. I'm still going to be taking a beating from Senior Snotty Greenpants there. Start off with this. This will get rid of the wedding invitation. Yeah, I'll take that action. Let's green up. Alright, so I can do, at this point, 4 points of damage to every creature next turn. He's riding the wave just ahead of where I can nail him. That's going to be, what, 7? I got 8 points there. Okay, is this enough? Let's count it out. 1, 2, then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Suck it, you heterochromatic suckerfish. Womp. Who shall I kill? Elspeth. Really? Should we even put the Jukai out? No, I don't care. We are done. I'll be using him to go back through our graveyards. What I'm going to be doing. Invoke the Sphere look really good right now. I can do a lot of things. There's a lot of good things up here. Is that 4? Alright, don't make me Meathook Massacre again. Tap away. Eek. Alright, so I need to pop this for 3. 1, 2, 3. Do I have 4 left over or not? Yeah, I'll resolve that. I do. This is control for you. Another stupid cat. All right. Alright, if I want to bring something back, something cool, what would I bring back here? Meathook Massacre again? Got 2 of them. Let's just do 1 at a time. Oh, I can't bring the meat hook back, huh? This is the real deal right there. Because what I really need to do is eliminate from myself a chariot. I am so desperate for life at this point, though. Yeah, it looks like a Doomscar. Let's just get rid of this guy. That 1 point is either going to kill me, is not going to kill me, or it doesn't really matter. First strike? Sure, go ahead. All right, let's pop this guy, bring back 1. We'll bring back the Invoke Despair, auto pay. We're going to go ahead and use it. We'll get 2 life out of the deal. He'll probably kill a cat. A cat killing jerk. There we go, I got 3 life. Oh, and I'm dead. I'm so dead. Suck it, Ecro. Suck it. Subscribe. We're playing against GDZ Jackson. GDZ. I don't know what all that stands for. We've got 2 mana. Let's keep it. We can get a Topri out at 3. We'd be able to pull another mana. Just got to pick up another mana someplace in between here and there. Shikaka. That is not a mana. Of course, I can go dig something up. Let's start off with a little brain scanning. What are we getting rid of here? This thing is always a pain in the butt. Let's just get rid of that. And I'm going to go dig up a green land. Let's see, so we'll have 3 mana. This thing could get us 4. This one could get us 5. We can just have to pull blacks from now on out to be able to use Invoke Despair. Black mana, aka a swamp. Shikaka. I'm not touching Shikaka. I'm not going to click my Onyx. I don't want that little flappy bastard to fly around. Ugh. I can feed my fish. All right, that guy needs to die. All right, we're sneaking up on 6 here, pre-quarter of 7 is what we want, right? We got there 5, here's 6. I'm afraid this would go to 7. Okay, so that means our Stomper is going to be stomping around here pretty quick. So I'd really like to go dig up my something awesome. Like a meat hook or something. Alright, let's see if he falls for it here. Despair! Despair! There's a meat hook. Well, I think I'll just hold on to it then. I think we're good to go. I can put out the Titan on the next turn too. So I'm going to Rhino and shield this mother. Moon Dancers need to die. Yeah, they do. Here's death for Moon Dancer. Four! Alright, what do we got? 4 more turns left and then they're dead. Oh, don't make me have to kill somebody. Okay, I am. We're killing. People are dying. You know what it looks like? It looks a lot like this. There's 3 points. Guys can take us still 4 more turns. Just stop putting out cards, okay? I need to kill you and you keep delaying it. Let's Titan Industry. Let's destroy target. Let's do this and that. Because we control, and nothing can be on the battlefield while we're here. Things are looking dire, Jizzle Jackson. Good game, my friend. Victory! Subscribe. And we're playing against E.B. Chang. G'day, Mr. Chang. Land. Potential for more land. Let's keep it. You and I have great things in store for each other, Mr. Tyrant. Alright, we go. Hi, Tyrant. Not sure it's worth putting the Jukai Visionary out. I have plenty of mana. And he's much better as a return from the graveyard type of guy. If I do put him out, I might score a couple points of damage, but eventually he'll just be killed. Or cost me some time trying to fetch him back into my hand. Well, since I got nothing to do for a few turns, we shall put out a slow land. That Hero's Downfall is looking really good 2 turns from now. Alright, well, looks like we could be... I still can't do anything. That's fantastic. Let's black it up here. Do I really want to go digging up for a land at this point? No, I got plenty of what it takes to go around. We're done. Let's go to our next turn so we can take out Thalia. This is the advantage of having a Thalia. It slows people way down. You think that one extra mana wouldn't really matter. It certainly does. Yeah, because the, what is it, Shigeki can go fetch back my, another stinking Thalia! What are we doing here? Rail enfeeblement finally, maybe? Something like that? Yeah, let's do that. Suck it! And then let's take out 2. Make it a couple, 2 more Thalias, please. Just put them right in the graveyard. Well, it took us all of that just to be able to get down to 10 life. Has 6 life. Huh. I'll be dead here if I don't do something about this. The only thing I can do, though, is Evoke Despair. Yeah, that's what I'm looking for. And that's not going to help me out, though. No, because this isn't going to do anything good for me. Because I'll only be able to have 1 mana when I'm left over. And if I do this, I'll just die. So we're done. There's so much potential here. I mean, I'll be able to... Can I meat hook it, maybe? No, I'll need 1 more mana to be able to meat hook at this point. There it is, though. 5. Yoink! Alright, we're back up to 3. It's a glorious time to play in Golgari. All right, what's going to get us there now? I need to block. Put out the Shigeki. What do I got there? 1. Let's just block. All right, let's play this dude. Out you go, my friend. I don't really need the mana, do I? Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Eek, that's not good. So I don't have enough green there. I think we're gonna have to go fishing. What do I got left over now? 3? What can I do with 3 then? Power word kill. Just 2? Let's find out magically. I didn't bother to count. Yes! Look who's got all the people now, Weeby Chang! Who am I bringing back here? Anything good? Evoke Despair? Let's do that. 1. Come on, Invoke Despair's got to keep me together. That does not matter to me. Don't go after my Despair, you jerk. I probably got enough mana for it anyways. Yes, that's right. Look at my hand in Despair. Victory! Subscribe. Alright, so that was Golgari Control from June of 2022. You know, it was an interesting mix. Let's take a look at these cards and see what was the hero. And you know who the hero was to me? It was Shigeki Jukai Visionary. Not because he was a great card unto himself, but because he was able to go get the great card that you needed. And one thing I did like about this deck is it really seemed to stack up on the ramp. You know, Golgari delivers when it comes to ramping, and this one's got, it doesn't have any distinctly rampy cards, but everything is sort of incidentally rampy. I mean, if you really think about it, what is it? Topiary Stomper pulls an extra land out. Binding of the Old God pulls an extra land out. Dig Up by default gets another land if you don't have enough going on already. What else is going on that gets lands back? It just seemed like everything was just bringing some lands into play. Yeah, I don't really see anything more than just that. I don't know how maybe we're just lucky or something, but definitely it was landing up on me, and I didn't have any sort of problem with being able to play big dudes. I think the big problem though is that a lot of times I was trying to get my Invoke Despairs going on. I needed those 4 black mana, and so I'd be trying to load up on the blacks, and then there'd be too many blacks and not enough greens, 3, to play Titan of Industry. So you got to kind of have to watch what you're doing and make sure you balance your land appropriately. So as you can see, more times than not, I was going for Invoke Despair when I was trying to pull things back. It would have been great to be able to pull back. I had tons of mana to use Shigeki here to pull back 3 or 4 different cards from a graveyard. I could have paid for it. The problem is I couldn't have played those cards on the same turn. And I was usually in a desperate situation where I needed to pull something specifically out that I could use. Ray of Enfeeblement, it just says -1 to a particular creature as far as their toughness is concerned, but unless you're playing against whites. And tonight, man, I was facing up against white creatures left and right. So Ray of Enfeeblement was pretty sweet and was wiping people out. That was pretty good. I appreciated that greatly. What else was great? I mean, Go Blank, look at the art on that. It is so fantastic. But secondly, what I love is the way that it takes cards that you can play from graveyards, like those the underdogs or whatever, and then it exiles them because they're in the graveyard. So suck it, they're not coming back. Yeah. Anyways, so yeah, I mean, obviously Titan of Industry is awesome. Invoke Despair is awesome. That one's awesome. Go Blank is awesome. So you got a bunch of awesome cards, but even more so, this deck is fairly well balanced. So let's rate it here. How competitive was it? It's got a lot of control. It could do a lot to pin down a lot of those super competitive decks. I always think of like the super fast weenie decks. This might be a little slow, but I would bet you more times than not, there's enough like the Bloodshield's Thirst and the Enfeeblement and Infernal Grasp that you can take out whatever you need to strategically until you get your way to a good Meathook Massacre. There's no other board wipes other than Meathook. That's the only big problem I see here. Yeah. So as far as being competitive, I'm going to give it a standard grade for that rather than a plus or a minus, because I think there's stuff that could be more competitive. Obviously, there's what are the S tier decks. This one's definitely not there, but it's not a slouch. Is it a fun deck to play? Well, it's Golgari. That's Dr. Suckit colors right there. Yeah, absolutely, it's fun. It's fun doing a little bit of ramp. It's fun playing with lots of control. It's fun pulling things out of the graveyard and putting them back out. We didn't have any reanimation allowing us to play Titan of Industry in turn 4 or anything, but you could always swap out something else if you wanted to. I kind of did like I said, I love playing with the Jukai Visionary here. Just being able to go and pull out whatever I wanted to out of the graveyard when I needed to. I mean, Dig Up did the same kind of thing, but it does it against your library instead. You know, because that's only 4 mana. That's practically nothing. So between like Jukai Visionary and Dig Up, I mean, you're just pulling wishes out of anywhere to do what you need to do, and you have a lot of ability to destroy stuff in this deck. So let's see. We talked about fun. We talked about competitive. Let's talk about theme. Not much of a theme. There's not much going on here. The cards don't really relate to each other. It's just a big pile of cool stuff that does things together. So I'm going to give it a low grade when it comes to theme. So what am I going to give this deck? I'm going to give it an A-, just barely, because I think it's a great deck. I think it's a very fun deck. I'm just disappointed that it doesn't have a nice story to it. You know, the story is we got a bunch of land out, and then we managed to destroy everything that somebody put into play, and we killed them with some big guys. You know, that's the story. It's kind of boring. So there you go, A- for this month's rendition of Golgari Control. I hope that you end up liking this deck as much as I did. Hey, that's it for now. I thank you very much for watching. I would really appreciate it if you could like or subscribe to this video because it helps me out a lot. I just want to remind you that you've made this day a special day just by being you. There is no person in the whole world like you, and I like you just the way you are. I hope to see you back here tomorrow, folks. Thanks a lot, and see you later. Bye-bye.